Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, November 25th. From the San Antonio Express News, my name is Luis Vasquez, and this is your Express Briefing. All of the stories you need to know to start your day. You can expect sunny skies and a high of 79 degrees in San Antonio today. The nice weather should hold for Thanksgiving before rain and colder temperatures arrive for the weekend. Don't even think about putting the mask away anytime soon. Despite the expected arrival of COVID-19 vaccines in just a few weeks, it could take several months, probably well into 2021, before things get back to something close to normal in the United States. The day after Thanksgiving may be about scoring Black Friday deals on big screen TVs, electronics, and all sorts of holiday gifts for others. But to plumbers, the day is about something significantly less fun. Avoid Brown Friday plumbing disasters with these tips over at expressnews.com. And now let's move on to our top stories for the day. When arson investigator Ashley Long learned a friend applied for a job at the San Antonio Fire Department, she went to her boss, Battalion Chief Douglas Berry, to put in a good word. Berry, a high-ranking supervisor, had a couple questions. "Yeah, but does she have?" Long recalled Berry asking before he stopped mid-sentence. He put both hands in front of his chest, indicating he was talking about the woman's breasts, records state. "Like, is she hot?" Berry asked, according to Long. Berry's comments, in addition to other remarks by a captain in the Arson Bureau, formed the basis of 3 separate complaints about sex discrimination and retaliation that are under investigation by the EEOC. Several employees say it's just an example of bigger problems at the Arson Bureau. You can read Emily Eaton's full story over at expressnews.com. The families of 2 children found shot to death with their mothers in a luxury home near Leon Springs almost 2 years ago have grown frustrated with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office while waiting to learn who is responsible and what prompted the violence. The investigation hasn't uncovered any evidence to indicate that the shootings of hairstylist Nicole Layla Olson and her 2 daughters Alexa Montes and London Sofia Brivescas were anything but a murder-suicide, Sheriff Javier Salazar wrote. Hector Brivescas, the father of 10-year-old London, and Carlos Montes Jr., the father of 16-year-old Alexa, sat side by side on a couch in a San Antonio attorney's office on Monday, searching for the words to describe their ordeal. They spoke of their despair at how long it has taken to get answers and the difficulty of moving on with their lives. At age 90, Janie Foreman was still driving to work at Jackie's Auto Clinic, an unassuming repair shop she owned on a dead-end street near Hildebrand and San Pedro. Even during the pandemic, she was there to greet customers, pay the bills, do the weekly payroll. At lunchtime, she'd play dominoes and cribbage with her son Bruce Noble. Usually she crushed him. Attempts by 64-year-old Noble, who ran the 5 mechanics shop with his mother, to isolate and protect her from the coronavirus went nowhere. Foreman died November 8th, 6 days after she was diagnosed with COVID-19. At the hospital, she refused a ventilator and was at peace to the end, her son said. Head over to expressnews.com to check out San Antonio coronavirus testing sites that don't require a doctor's referral. You can find the closest site to you by entering your address. Select a circle to find out more about the location, including if it's appointment only and it has drive-through testing. Next up are your need-to-know headlines. You can find all of these headlines and more inside of your Express News subscription. The COVID-19 situation is growing increasingly serious as the holidays get nearer. Bexar County added 1,127 new cases Tuesday. It's the largest number of cases added in a single day since July. For weeks, many health officials and local leaders have been pleading for families to cancel their Thanksgiving travel plans and find safe, alternative ways to be together this year to help mitigate the rapidly rising COVID-19 cases. However, not everyone is heeding their advice. One man was hospitalized Tuesday afternoon after Bexar County deputies shot him during a vehicle pursuit on East Bexar County Highway, officials said. Gasoline prices over Thanksgiving weekend are expected to be the lowest in 4 years, but millions of travelers will stay close to home as coronavirus cases spike nationally. Frost Tower reshaped the San Antonio skyline when the 24-story structure opened in 2019. Now, a new downtown park across the street from the gleaming glass promises to do the same for the ground below. John Gilbert Getty, the grandson of oil tycoon J. Paul Getty, died Friday in San Antonio, according to reports. The Spurs locked down their starting center of the future with a 3-year, $27 million deal. For Jacob Podol, San Antonio is home. San Antonio investor Sardar Biglari is smarting from a 5th defeat after his nominee to serve as director on Cracker Barrel's board garnered significantly fewer votes than the company's 10 candidates for the board, according to results released this week. Insurance is one of those products in which we suffer a grave information and knowledge disadvantage compared to the folks selling us this stuff, writes business columnist Michael Taylor. Read his column to find out why long-term insurance can be a minefield. Business columnist Chris Tomlinson writes, quote, "In the waning days of his presidency, President Donald Trump wants to take away some of the discretion banks use in making sound investments." You can read his explanation over at expressnews.com. On the growing number of coronavirus cases in Texas, the Express News editorial board writes, quote, "We're not out of this yet. Not even close," which is exactly why the state should be doing more to support local officials in their response. Bianca Rhodes is not a doctor, engineer, or pilot, but that hasn't stopped her from leading a company that's changing passenger and patient travel in cargo planes. She's the president and CEO of Knight Aerospace, a San Antonio firm launched by Al Knight in 1992 that designs and manufactures aircraft interiors and components, including modules for dignitaries and portable medical suites. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought new business to Knight, which operates out of the Port San Antonio on the southwest side. Countries around the world, Rhodes says, are seeking Knight's specialized medical modules. Read our Q&A with her over at expressnews.com. Often mistaken for wolves in both appearance and attitude, coyotes get a bum rap as wily predators that eat just about anything that breathes, be it a deer in a meadow, a goat on a farm, or a beloved pet in a backyard. The truth is, coyotes simply adapt. We have a closer look at that mammal behind the Spurs mascot over at expressnews.com. Mucho, a sister brand of the vegan meat juggernaut Tofurkey, is now available in H-E-B stores. And if you're dabbling in the world of vegan alternatives to the meat, milk, cheese, and other craveable but verboten animal-based products, this one is worth a try. There's no way to top Train to Busan, a story of love and sacrifice disguised as a zombie movie. And this sequel doesn't really try. Peninsula tops our list of what's new or notable in home video this week. College basketball season is getting started. Read our scouting reports on area women's and men's basketball teams to get ready for the 2020-21 season. And that's all for today. This was your Express Briefing for Wednesday, November 25th. My name is Luis Vasquez. Please consider becoming an Express News subscriber to get in-depth coverage on all the stories you heard today. Also, Express Briefing will be off Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. We'll be back on Monday. Have a wonderful and safe holiday, everyone.